I mean, I want to say you could say they're all original trials, but 2 out of the 5 cases in this game are flashback trials. There's only 3 trials with Phoenix. Not that there's anything bad about it, because you actually can play as Mia, which is kind of cool. I guess I'll go text my son that we're live. Well, you know. Wait a few minutes and we'll start. Yeah. Wait, we're allowed to post our links? So it's like a...
This is Trials and Tribulations?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, what we should do is we should post our link in other people's Discords. Just so it's kind of like putting our name out there. I never think to do it, but I'm also never. I don't have Google open anymore, so we don't pop them in other people's chats.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we begin? That's how we shall. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream to part 1 of Trials and Tribulations. And so, for context, so you're not confused if you're caught up with the game, this is a flashback trial. This is a flashback to Mia's second trial. So, just so you guys know this, because at this point in the current timeline, Mia's dead. She died in the first game. But, so just so you guys know, she is dead. This is a flashback trial. So, no one's confused if you haven't seen any games up to this point. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Ah, Mia. Please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. How's everyone's day going today? You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first trial in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never fear, my dear. I'm Marvin Grossberg. I'm here at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. Still, you surprised me with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about this case, I mean. What? You've already learned of the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean... Of course I have, I think. Nothing much. Mia's just very nervous. Which makes sense, but later details. Oh dear. In any case, don't let your client see you so nervous. You see this poor young man? You see the poor young man in that pink sweater over there? That's our client. Good morning there. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, I'll be fine, no problem. Just casually dying. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And actually, yes, I have a cold. That's what the mask is for. My dog says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. I shall give a shout out. How's everyone's day going? There's no 4 in your name, Galaxy. But you know, you haven't missed much. It's just more talking. We haven't even gone into the courtroom yet. If you're truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let me get out. Let me get out of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. Oh. What the hell did I just do? I don't know. My controller... What? How did I... Oh! That must have been what happened last time!
What?
So I guess if, in Streamlabs, if you press the down key,
Yeah.
it will, hold on. That will, repeat your last message.
Oh, okay.
The more you know. And also, so for those of you who don't know, Phoenix was actually a defendant at one point in his life. Obviously, as you can tell, as he's standing right in front of us. Because he is... Okay, he's 21 at this point. Yeah, okay, so this is...
A 3rd-year art student. Okay, so he's an art student right now.
Currently has...
Okay.
Why is... Phoenix, why are you going to art? But, okay. Not gonna question you. Hey, Prius, thanks for lurking.
Okay, so he's an art student.
That just doesn't suit him. Granted, I also see him as a defense attorney, so it's just kind of like... Anyways. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court a year ago. Okay, so this is a year after it. Alright.
So this is your 2nd trial.
Yeah, this is her 2nd trial. And I think I know why she is defending this trial. And it's not for Phoenix.
Obviously.
But I think I know why she's doing it. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom.
Great.
It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time, I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself.
Okay. I'm confused, but that's alright.
Please,
I'm sure I'll work it out.
ask your question, and I might be able to try and explain it.
No.
The court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mom. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Huh? Winston Brown. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right next to you? Oh, you from the side is a very interesting view. Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well, I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl, it'll be all over soon. What was all that about? Is he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred over at the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He's a fourth-year student studying pharmacology? Is that how you say it?
Pharmacology?
Okay. And there's so much irony in his name. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Oh, maybe that was his name. Alright. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who was obviously begundled? Bungled? His getaway? That's okay. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts his photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death. The cause of death in this photo. Your reparation for
Saga City?
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Hey, Kitty, what's going on? Thanks for the lyric. Call of Duty Black Ops, nice. Never, I'm not.
Key perception, ability to make good judgments.
The judge.
Okay. Well then.
Winston Payne, I have a very serious question to ask you right now, okay?
I'll obviously use this and have a really sensible answer on that.
What are you smoking to think the judge makes good judgments? With the amount of time, actually, would he be on Judge Tinder at this point in time, anyways?
Well, it was 5 years in the past, right?
Yeah, this was 5 years ago. Maybe he still had a wife back then. Maybe he was still a respectable man. Maybe this time he was actually a good judge, and then he just fell into Judge Tinder, and that spiraled out of control. Your reputation for Saga City is well earned. The truth is that the victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought you might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is that like stupid turtle? A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what is it? The cost. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Oof. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of this case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Ah, the court record. I think I can see this by pressing the R1 button. All your weapons you need can be found on the court record. Take a good hard look at the data and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. We gotta stay calm. We can't let the prosecution get the better of me. I didn't know we had an autopsy report. Granted, I knew how he died, but that's okay. This is the starter trial.
Yeah.
The court record. Okay, let's take a look. Just press the R1 button here. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer this question? What was the cause of death? Let's not do asphyxiation. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution. But how could such a thing happen?
Very astute, Your Honor.
Oh. Did the murderer use some type of new, powerful stud gun? The answer to that will become crystal clear by the time this trial proceeds, Your Honor. Before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? My motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood. What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
Yes. Smooth operator.
What? Up.
Okay.
At least Demetrius is more classy. This guy's just slimy. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
Oh, okay.
Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? This time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and shove it in that old graybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old graybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Oh yeah, that's right. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are there as well. If you toggle between the profiles and the evidence with the R1 button, you will be sure to go all over it. Now let's see what you've got. What was the cause between the bad blood of Phoenix, Wright, and the victim?
There you go.
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Fay. Very good. But, are you really that good? You seem to have picked up on at least this much. You are worse than Miles in every sense of the word. You're worse than Miles. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in the story. Really? He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. Huh?
Okay, Von Conrad Jr.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, it means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh! Oh, sorry, bad cold. I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the... Okay. Was that me? But I didn't do it at medicine, I tell you. I'm telling you I was. Achoo, achoo. Would the defendant please refrain from passing his cold to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. The Victim and I. A romantic story of love and lust. And a dash of murder. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Alright. Whew. Looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be... This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and the defense's duty is to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions. If a witness is lying, the statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in the court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, it is your duty. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that his testimony just now... There was a lie? A contradiction? Now then, your cross-examination. If you will, please, Miss Fay. It's kind of weird not saying... The judge not saying Mr. Wright. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know what the victim dogs follow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some of the other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing next to the body in shock. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Achoo! Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, sure, I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But then I... So you didn't know his face, or even his name, right? Right! Well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I didn't know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell it before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Ugh. Sorry, can't contain it. Oh, I see. Now, young love, so bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Mr. Wright, you just stated in your following testimony, I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Phoenix. It seems that even when you were younger, you're still going to annoy me. We're not saying you're a killer. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack shirt, with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff. See? It's true! Cross my heart! I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now? Who is this person, anyway? This Union Jack fellow. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds. I'm beginning to think that it was sarcastic earlier. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, Quickly now, show the boy you mean business with evidence. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Oh! Right. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage to do this on your own from this point? I can handle it from here. 1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try and bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, one more thing. When you're going to state contradiction, you must prevent some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time. From the very beginning of his testimony. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure it was right on his back. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute, he's wearing a leather jacket. Union Jack was on the back of his t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression you accidentally came across his body. But if it's really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You had no idea at all, you had no idea at all what he was wearing underneath the jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me. Okay. Jesus Christ, calm down. Mia, you made our client cry. Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the crime scene. Ugh. Oh no, did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. But hey, wait a second. How did you know I am a big fan of Cold Killer X? What, would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I would like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid your argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints were all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose of doing so can only have been to identify the killer as Phoenix Wright. Order! Order in this court! Ugh. Will I ever get order in this court? I don't know. Welcome to the stream, guys! Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo as the bottle of evidence. Very well. This court will accept them into the court record. Okay. Ooh. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. I was looking it up. Broken? Yes. It ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Which means, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for this? This is really bad. Oh my buttocks. Okay, my poor hemorrhoids. Ugh. Stretch. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the Pharmacology Department, so we agreed to meet up at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, and around 3 we split up. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime that day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's a completely different testimony from what you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me as if I hardly know your current testimony anymore. You'll forgive me as if I find your... Christ almighty. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Faye, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies. Why did he call you? Have you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is... it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. Oof. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm sorry, I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So, it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. So it was Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45. Yeah, and we were both right on time. You said the victim was in the Pharmacology Department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist, I see. Okay. So Doug Swallow, he called him a British... So Phoenix called Doug Swallow a British wannabe. Well, apparently he wore a Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Okay. The judge asks, who's this Union Jack person? Who's this Union Jack person? And then Winston Payne said, oh, Union Jack is what they call what the British people call their flag. I'm improvising words here. And he's like, he's like, oh, I see. Very astute of you, Your Honor. I'm beginning to think he was very sarcastic with the other comment earlier. Welcome back. Huh? I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was a very ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him more detail. Ooh. We'll do it this way. So you're absolutely sure you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they were doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments. Yeah, the pharmacology guys are always on the lab hooking up something new. It looks like he was right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. Hold on. That was the last of us too. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the Pharmacology Department. Oh, well, sure. I don't know that much about it, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there's an electrical pole set up there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Why did you split up? So what is it you were talking about? You know, then maybe we should hang out sometime. Phoenix? Besides the fact that we know that you, what we were talking about, well, you know, I think a little bit at least, from last night, you don't say, oh, hey, we need to talk. Let's go around back after I get out of the class. And then his big bomb-dropping statement that you've been waiting for 2:45 for is, we should hang out sometime. Little out there, but hey, that's just me. Hang out sometime? I wish that were true. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was.
But I got over it.
Then why, Mr. Wright, did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Achoo! Achoo! Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. I would love to stop it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. Sorry. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. I'm sure. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch. Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met approximately at the time of his death.
Stop that.
I am trying to stop that. Any idea on how I can possibly stop yawning?
I don't know. Jeez.
The defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. I'm about to slap you, dude. Oh, however, there's one mystery still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe it was a murder weapon. I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. How exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Can we do it? I want to say we use this piece of evidence, correct?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
I mean, tell me, or you saw the show. I want to say we use this. Whether you tell me or not, I think this is what we use. I think we use the electric wire.
Establish the murder method. Crime scene. Yeah, crime photo one.
Okay. That's what I thought it was. Your Honor. Yes, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were able to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Doug Swallow died.
Well.
That would be most impressive. Quite a brash statement coming from a rookie. I will throttle you. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Now then, Miss Faye. Also, it's kind of trippy because I'm used to like Mr. Wright.
I know.
Now it's Miss Faye. It's like, oh, that's different. Let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe Doug Swallow was the victim. I injected words in there, but that's okay. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? There's nothing in here that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a little bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in the photo? Okay. Well, naturally, it's right there. That's... What is that? Oh, hey, look, a ball fell.
Yeah, I knew I was listening.
A severed electric cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we heard? The machines in the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So, then, the high voltage cable, yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. And that is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, do you have anything to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Can I throttle him yet? Don't toy with me, old man. Now. Why would you say something like that to me? The victim's cause of death may have indeed been... the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think, what that really implies. The only person with the opportunity to use the high voltage cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. This much is certainly true. Yes, that's not all. We have proof! Irrefutable proof that will establish Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? What is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints on Cold Killer X? Let's have another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean...
I'll never wear a leather jacket to cruise.
You've been to a crime scene? It's quite clearly imprinted on the victim's chest in the area... imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. A palm. The palm of the defendant's very own hand. Who says video games don't teach you things? If you're ever going to a crime scene, just don't wear a leather jacket.
Well, if you're going to kill somebody, you'll make sure they're not wearing the leather jacket. Might leave fingerprints.
No, don't actually do that. What? I don't want to be called into police questioning. Someone said they watched you stream when you said don't don't push someone wearing a leather jacket if they're gonna murder someone. It's like, no, I never said that. We have it on record. You did hear me say it was a joke, right? The only thing I can only think of.
Honestly, I don't know if it's true or not.
I want to say the game's.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. It's a game. I don't know.
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder. He squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electric cable.
Okay.
Order! Order! Ugh, I'll never have order on my... Order in the court!
Is this your first case, Your Honor? Get used to it.
I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with the cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg! My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mia. I knew this boy was guilty from the first time I saw him. No! You're wrong! Mr. Wright is innocent. He might be lying and stupid. But not guilty. Oh, sorry.
Well, I did push him. Really?
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Okay, that was gonna be not guilty. That was like looming over me, like what? Do you have something?
I just realized something. I figured it out.
Sorry, we're back. See, we've seen the show. We've seen the show, so we know what happens. And my mom was finally, well, not finally realizing it, but
no, because I still have other things to work out in my timeline. So, you know,
we'll get to season 2 eventually. We're on the end of Turnabout Goodbyes in the show. Actually, I think we're at the end of it.
okay.
Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye? No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I will represent you to the very end. We already established the defendant's guilt. God, people. Ugh. You know, all the rookies, you have been the most persistent and annoying. Can't wait to take you down. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further. I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault. The dog swallow was dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. But, okay, Phoenix. When you pushed him, he went this way on his back. In the picture, he's like this.
Yeah.
What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear, I'll tell you the whole truth. It will be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. You really did push the victim. Ugh, feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. Okay, like, stop being a negative Nancy. That guy, he was talking about Dolly. I lost my temper, gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after, I started to get worried. So I went back, and he was just lying there dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched an electrical cable. He died from the shock. And that is, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had, even if there had been something like that, I wouldn't have noticed it. I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now. If your cross-examination doesn't yield any facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, then there must be some kind of evidence that will prove it. What kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. How she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep! Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and I gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. And then he started... That's when I lost my temper and I flew into a furious frenzy. I gave him a light, gentle shove into the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cables anywhere to be seen. Right! There was nothing like that at all. But it is possible you merely overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you, cheap asphalt! I believe it's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue with the testimony, witness. At the moment, okay. I just pressed control. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? Oh, it's so cool. You can see his like lips moving under the mask. I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know? Come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on dangerous ground here.
That's from the details.
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was kind of like a sharp crack. Ah, could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped an umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top. He fell right on top of it and broke. That's probably what that loud noise I heard was. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Judge, he just said the umbrella he was holding. Yeah, it was just a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kinda like the owner. Then again, I wish I had that kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye? What do you think? Is this something important in the testimony just now?
Is that time one? Well, after I shoved him, of course, it's important.
This is it, Mia. This is the new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, the sheep umbrella is more important. It's vital. I want to officially have entered into the testimony. Ah, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. I want to strangle you more than I wanted to strangle Von Karma. Or Von Karma Jr. Or, no, I never wanted to strangle Miles. Miles is a soft spot in my heart. But no, I want to strangle you more than anyone else right now. The court agrees with the defense's request. Witness, please add this bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Crap out of one. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Oh, come on, if I had mentioned that, it would have been. I would have been able to counter the prosecution's argument earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. When the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed, the defendant, Doug Swallow, was still alive. No! My glorious hair! Order! Order in the court. Ugh. Do I give up? Or do I persist on having order in this court? And we'll see what happens. The victim, you moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in the photo. Where is it now? It was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present it as evidence immediately. Okay. But the umbrella could have simply been blown away by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. There's no simple way it could have just been blown away by the wind. Whatever. I still said the statement in a correct form, where it made sense.
No, you said blown away by the wind. It would have had to blow into there by the wind.
Made sense to me. I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment. No! I must say, I still find it hard to believe that the huge hole it was blown into the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Oh no. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness's testimony is incontrovertible. Incontrovertible. I was guessing. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover was a witness to the whole thing. That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad— oh, oops. Sorry, her voice almost came through. I'm sorry to break the bad news for you, my dear.
Yep.
Bad news? You couldn't have been more wrong. I've actually been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop. Court will now enter recess in 20 minutes. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Dahlia Hawthorne. Sorry. Bad taste in my mouth. Miss Faye, I'm sorry for what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. I guess I can start to relax now, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hearing such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I know she will.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met 8 months ago, right here in this very courtroom. Right. Actually, I was studying to be a lawyer on the side anyway. One day, she and I bumped into each other, reading in the reading room downstairs. When I really think about it, it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave me this. It's funny, because we've seen what happens. It's funny looking at this case and seeing things, and it's like, oh, missing details that you didn't notice when you first watch or play through it. Until you either replay it, or in our case, you're replaying it. You're playing it for the first time, but you've watched the show. And it's like, oh, that makes sense now. Anyways, she gave me this on the day she met as a symbol of our love. She had me wearing it around the neck of the day, but then she took it off. She took it off before she gave it to me. She said, I want you to carry this. So she gave you this as a present, I see. This darling little bottle, this darling little bottle is full of memories of me and my darling Dolly. It's certainly a little bottle, alright. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for the present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne months ago, it wouldn't have happened to have been August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How'd you know?
Oh, I don't know.
This happened on August 27th, right here in the courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia. I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly have such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Yep.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Postberg. I need to finish this for myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid with what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go ahead and look downstairs in the reading room, see what else I can find. Thank you! I want you to do it. I want to do whatever I can to help you. Well, looks like recess is about over. We'd better get moving. I guess so. This recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. To be continued. I wasn't actually expecting that. I thought it was gonna be like... I didn't expect it to be 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Back in court. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. Prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. What's with the stiff silence?
She's so cute.
In my long career as a judge, I've been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt and take to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit your radiant of glow is the complete sincerity. I can't believe he actually said that. Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie, no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude to you, be sure I'll cut them down to the right size. And I'll bash them with my gavel!
I'll take out your kneecaps.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you. Thank you for calming my nerves. You all seem so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we may move on, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, I finally met my match. How Lance hates Dr. Howdy. And literally everyone. Like, Salmonella. This is my Dr. Howdy. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor's all mine. No, the honor's all mine. Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Sir? Is there something I can help you with? You can go on and say whatever's on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. She wouldn't kill anyone, I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's gonna be a tough witness, alright? It only took her 12 seconds to wrap. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. And then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students to call the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even if I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn, nevertheless, it's my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth. But I would never... That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? You can say that.
You can say that.
Yes, we met before. Once. Later, child. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madame? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. Bitch. Maybe I'll improvise some words.
What I witnessed.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, Mr. Wright, was in an art department. So if that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in literature department studying I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry. Oh, how wonderful. Is that humorous, yet satirical style of haiku, yes? Nothing left to do when a man reaches this age. Sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I'd have to walk through the back area. Ah, yes, I see, that makes sense. When I went to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the doors. How else would you enter? Teleportation? So, who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow, we were dating up until 8 months ago. So, what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow, and Mr. Wright talking about? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Fey. Don't you drag the witness down to your level. Why am I being demonized here? Please, go on. What'd you see next? Care to share with the class?
No. She doesn't know about their parentage, does she? Mia?
Oh, Mia?
Yeah. She doesn't know about
No.
who their mother is.
Oh, nice. That's awesome, Galaxy. I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Could be wrong. Oh. Okay, that's awesome.
I was just curious.
Are you saying the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny didn't do a thing to Dougie.
Push him, shove him.
Galaxy. Okay. Just gonna preface this. Francisca had a whip. The kid from the Steel Samurai case, he had a sword and a camera. Lana Hart had a camera. The guy from last trial, he had alcohol. Miss Vasquez, also from the Steel Samurai case, smoked. Jake Marshall from the first game, that last trial, he had liquor in a...
Flask?
Yes, thank you, that. Yeah, one guy had a bird. Godot, he's gonna have coffee when we meet him. Okay, tell me. Butterfly... Are we gonna draw the line at butterflies when we have kids with plastic swords and people who smoke and whips of all things?
Pressed all on the statement, then suddenly Ducky got all wobbly and just collapsed.
I think that's actually what I pressed on. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. Coffee.
No contradiction.
Coffee gets thrown to Phoenix, eventually. It's kind of funny. Galaxy, this court case was 5 years ago. If the judge got kicked out then, he would not be with us now. Oh, also, before we continue, I need to tell you this. So I guess Doug Swallow, he had a Union Jack on the back of his shirt under the leather jacket. Minute details. The judge asked him, so who's this Union Jack fella? I'll leave you with that. Feeble eyes are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we? Oh, you heard? Okay. You should have seen my face. What? What? I would never!
Present Phoenix's testimony in the statement didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything.
Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger the witness. Okay, yeah. I'm just like, Judge, you absolute idiot. I thought you were better back then, and I was proved wrong. Why? Why is that the first thing you say? Okay. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is her, she has no supporting... Please don't glare at me like that, I'm just doing my job. Okay. Well, I'm sure a lot of people voted for the best game just for the fact of their favorite series came back. So they were voting for it, and I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it, but they voted for it because their favorite game got back. Their favorite game is back, and they're voting for it because they love Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank got voted one as the best game. I don't know how many people have played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So I'm pretty sure people were just voting for it because they like the game, not because they've played the game and they haven't made an honest judgment of the game. I'm not trying to sound like the devil. I'm not trying to sound mean about it, but I mean, that's a popularity contest. I mean, maybe enough people played it, but if you haven't played it, I know you haven't played it, but you voted for it because you like Ratchet and Clank. You haven't played it. It could be the worst game in the series. We don't know because we haven't played it.
I voted for it, and I haven't played it yet.
I probably would have too, but that's the point. A lot of people probably haven't played the game, and they're voting for it because it's like, oh, I love Ratchet and Clank. It's my favorite series. Let's vote for that.
But I know that they've been... I mean, how long have we known about Ratchet and Clank? For a year?
Well, no, I forget you watched it, so you don't need to actually play it, but point is.
I mean, I watched when they... What was it when they showed it off at?
I would be voting for it for the story art. The story. I haven't played the story, so I wouldn't probably be able to make a good judgment of it. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. And it has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. Yes, the haphazard feedback. I've heard it well from you.
Keep pushing that one, Galaxy. Keep pushing it. The more you push it, the more she's gonna fight you on it.
I have the ability to be very petty if I want to.
Dig in her heels. She ain't gonna budge. I say, let it go.
It is a,
This is a battle you will not win. Let it go.
Petty and stubbornness are things I can thrive at if I really want to. At this point, I just leave her.
Huh?
He said at this point, Mama Bigfoot, I just leave her.
I've tried. No. See, that's the thing. I am a mother. I know how to deal with her. You don't know that yet. Let it go.
I don't win many battles with her. I can be very...
When I want my way, I just give her the evil glare.
True.
Because I'm better at it than she is. Where do you think she gets it from?
What, stubbornness?
Yeah.
I don't know. How petty can you be? Oh, never mind. I know the answer to that.
No, actually, you probably don't.
She's also as blunt as a knife. That's where I get it from.
I had a friend, and this is horrible. We were really good friends. Really, really good friends. She called me up in the middle of the night. And she said that her and her other friend were moving to California. That was it. Just wanted to let you know. Goodbye. Click. Okay. She never went. I saw her like a week later, and she was out in the street, and I never talked to her again. I still, to this day, I have talked to her, but I still never got over the fact that she did that to me.
Oh, no, yeah.
That happened when I was 20.
When I was in when I was in college, it makes it say like I'm out of college. So around the time of Endgame coming out, I was talking with someone at school. One of my kind of friends. We were more acquaintances, but point is, someone at school would not shut up about Marvel or anything. Like, he would trash talk DC, but he was so excited for Avengers Endgame. Alright? And he saw the movie. And me and actually one of my other friends, we were talking about spoilers. And he's like, don't talk about the spoilers. I'm like, okay. It was both the same spoiler that we knew. And I hadn't intended on seeing the movie. But because of everything... But because of that, because of how he talked about Marvel and stuff, I didn't see Avengers Endgame for maybe like a month and a half, maybe 2 months still after it was released. Just because every time I'd see him, he'd be like, have you seen the movie? I was like, no, not yet. Have you seen it yet? No, not yet. What about now? No, I haven't seen it. Which I wanted to see the movie, but it's like, I can't wait to see it. Didn't look up spoilers for the movie. But I didn't see it. It took me like 2 months to see the movie. Okay, but the difference is Loki, I'm not being petty. Loki, we just haven't sat down to watch it yet.
Yeah, that we just have to stop.
And at this point, honestly, we're probably just gonna wait till the next episode comes out next week, and then I know Lance wants to see it, so we'll probably watch it with him. Blow through all 6 episodes or however many episodes there are, blow through the whole series in a day and just watch those episodes. It's not like we're missing like 1 or 2 episodes where it's like next week's the last episode. You said.
It's
we haven't sat down to watch it. We've been watching other things. We've been doing things. It's not like
we've been watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's not like Loki's high on our watch. I mean, it's high on our watch list, but it's not like it's like you've been watching Heartland.
I've been watching Heartland.
I started watching a show called the Borgias.
Okay.
I think it's a very interesting show.
Okay, it's supposed to be.
Well, no, Loki, we forgot, and then it's just at this point where it's like next week's the last episode. It's like, well, okay, we'll just watch it when it's all over.
Yeah.
It's not procrastinating. It's just we
haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, my mom.
Gotten to it yet.
And usually I'm downstairs playing a game, and she's been watching Heartland, so it's like we've gotten busy.
We're just watching other things.
Yeah, I know, we're just watching other things, and we're rewatching Phoenix Wright.
You watch Phoenix Wright and Vampire, whatever the hell it is, Vampire Night, whatever the hell that one is.
Vampire Night, yeah. Then we finished Ghost Hunt. That's a really good anime right there. Vampire Night is weird. It's screwed in the head.
Okay.
But no, Loki is just we've gotten busy and
right.
We have like a long list of shows to watch, okay?
Yeah. We've cut some off of that list.
We need to finish Supernatural at some point. We're 3 seasons away. Maybe 4, but we're 3 or 4 seasons away.
I'm only about 5 seasons away from Heartland, but now I'm caught up. Now I kind of have to wait for them to...
Yeah, no, you need to people. But yeah, no, Loki is just, I can be extremely petty. And I think I'm kind of being petty with one of my other friends. But that's just that's a personal thing. What? There's no need to try and cover up, for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will, if you don't mind. I'd like to revise my testimony. Okay, looks like we're finally getting somewhere with this bitch.
That's nice of you.
You know what happens. I think Mia would be saying this in her head if it wasn't a G-rated game.
G-rated game.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess loading screens never bothered me. So, I mean, the loading screens wouldn't bother me. But I guess they're trying to revolutionize and do no loading screens. They don't bother me. Actually, I think loading screens can be cool if they like fill it with information. Like, hey, this is where you are in the story. Or do you like how they do it in Zelda? I feel like you keep a shrine. Or you teleport, it's like, oh, hey, here's a tip and trick of how you do things. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I didn't like that they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. I went to go find some of the other students to play for. Okay, so I'm assuming we need to press her on both these new statements. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. And at that time, there were only 2 of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting. Because of that, you do all that they do. Oh, okay. I mean, obviously it was up to Insomniac, but I think if I was the head of whatever, with how, like, hard it was to find a PS5, no, I don't think they knew how hard it was for the PS5 to be available. So, I don't know. We shall see. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought that they were having a nice friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break, you stupid bitch! That's why I wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that. Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Oh. Are you reading?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where you are.
I'm assuming if... Oh, it's the, Dahlia's revised test sheet, revised testimony. I don't know if that helps. She added 2 statements. You know the game has dimensions. You travel fast, like, you're in the overworld park in your town, you need to...
Well, you were supposed to press her on, then suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. Did you...
I'm sure for that, I'm sure with those scenes, yeah, that probably would have been better. Alright, okay,
And also, you gotta do it on the... It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. There was lightning.
What? Okay, so Feeny and Dougie were talking when they were talking behind the building. Actually, I didn't see... Okay, so I talked to her, she revised her statement, so now it's, actually I didn't see the moment that they pushed. The moment he was pushed.
I don't have the statement. I said that suddenly Dougie, the witness testimony was...
Yeah, no, originally it was suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and fell.
Supposed to show contradiction. And present Phoenix's testimony to the statement. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. Hold on.
Yeah, this is what it was. This was added, and then she revised it.
This is present Phoenix's testimony to the statement.
Oh, okay. Phoenix's testimony. Well, I think with that scenario, it probably was better that they did that, because, like, I know there's some scenes where it's, like, rapid-fire teleportation. So it probably would have gotten annoying. Or if it was, like, a slight... I mean, they probably could have done, like, a slight loading screen if they could have, but... I don't know. Probably better for that. Alright. You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes. That's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find it a little odd. Just a little odd, sorry. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. And he clearly testified to this effect that when he was pushed, when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, wouldn't you hear that noise as well? Well, maybe that noise wasn't that all that memorable. Phoenix isn't dead. No, sorry, hold on. Doug Swallow's dead. They're claiming that he is the one that pushed... They're claiming he's the one that killed Doug Swallow. Boyfriend? Okay, I guess you didn't hear this. So Galaxy, this case is the beginner case. This case takes place in the past, 5 years ago to be exact. So this is 5 years ago from the current timeline, where Phoenix... Yes, this is Ace Attorney. We're playing as Mia Fey, the one who died in the first game. This trial takes place in the past. This is Turnabout Memories. It's a past trial. This is Mia's second trial. And over the course of the game, you'll find out why this is the one they show first, not trial number 1. Wonky timelines are so much fun. Yes, this is young Phoenix. I think Phoenix is now 25, 26? Oh, he'd be 26. And he's 21. 49? Oh, great. A little too much confidence. Yes, Mia's been dead since the first game, so this is a flashback trial where she's alive and she's in it. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ah! Yeah. May I have a moment to answer? By all means. What bullshit's gonna come out of your mouth? And as you can tell, she's my absolute favorite character, and totally one I love voicing. Well, I guess he was... So when he met Dahlia, he met her when he was... Because he wanted to be a lawyer on the side. Right now he's an art student. But by the end of this trial, you'll see what happens. Obviously he becomes a defense attorney, but you'll see what happens. I know the reason why I didn't hear the voice. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time. Your headphones? You mean both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for the fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor. And just so you know, Galaxy, there's only 2 flashback cases. The rest of the cases are present-day cases. But there is a reason for how they order it, and you'll see why. Yes. Yes, he does. This, at the end of the trial, this is when he decides to become a defense attorney. Yeah. Again, it will make more sense as we go along. And I can't say anything, because spoilers! As you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony at all. Also, I want to throttle this guy, because he's such an arrogant ass. This is the only one I've wanted to throttle besides Von Karma. Manfred Von Karma. Wait a second, yeah? That just only just now. She said something that could have totally changed this whole case. There was lightning?
There was lightning, yes.
Okay. Okay, so what is the case in current time? This case happened... I'm not sure what you're asking, or you need to clarify it so I understand from... What do you mean? This is a flashback case. We're not on any present day cases. This case happened 5 years ago from present day. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning has a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? No, it's not time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Scientific reasoning, God. Flashbacks. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, then isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Oh, okay. So, the next case that is in present day would be the stolen turnabout. That case is screwed up too. Actually, I shouldn't say it's screwed up. It's just confusing. I mean, not confusing. It's just it's a something.
Okay.
We have not been to present day yet. The first introductory trial to kind of teach you how to play the game. If you have, it's the introduction level. Every game has it. It's a flashback trial with Mia. So. And then, yeah. I love the cases in this trial, though. Anyways, I'll show you that, though. I have to admit, that thought had not occurred to me. Really? But hey, on the plus side, this guy, I think he just started being on Judge Tinder. He was on Judge Tinder for 5 years 6 years before he even thought about joining Core Members Plus.
I'm not getting anywhere with Judge Tinder.
Well, he's just starting Judge Tinder.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what kind of thoughts do occur in this guy anyway? The entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered, but that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, a victim of a stray bolt. It appears the defense might be onto something. Could it be that Doug Swallow, that the death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking guilty now. I'm hurt you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. I have a higher opinion of dirt than you. What? Sorry. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done some research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day or that location. What?
Well,
What's more, the evidence shows the electrical is definitely linked to the case. Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is the evidence? What does that say?
This affidavit.
Affidavit. And who is this affidavit? Who is this piece of paper from?
Affidavit?
The parapsychology students.
Pharmacology?
I wanted to say parapsychology. The pharmacology students.
Pharmacology. Drug students. They're learning drugs.
How to mix the best meth and put it in a rainbow trout and call it a unicorn trout. Who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the lab lost power all of a sudden around 3 p.m. that day. Medicaid? No, I was making the joke with like how Lance he showers with the rainbow trout. No, I know what it is, but no, like how they like put like meth and cocaine, like how they're mixing meth and cocaine with, you know, rainbow trout to make unicorn trout. That's what I was joking about. Was it a blackout? All of lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. Medicine, no, I know. I haven't typed anything. My hands have been on this the entire time. Unless you're yelling at your phone computer or your computer. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of a severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m. Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Oh, medicine! Oh, sorry. That might be your Streamlabs. How do you spell? Is it MIDCI? MEDE? But that doesn't look right, isn't it an I? CINE? Well, no, I know how it's spelt, but it's like, I want to say I know how it's spelt. No, I was trying to type it out, but then I was asking my mom. No, I know how it's spelled. It's just some words you don't know if it's an I or an E. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching a severed electrical cord. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. Oh no, it's like... I see. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Okay.
However, there's just one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by a small bump, then it would have snapped. If it had been bumped into, correct? Yeah, no, there's some of those words. Definitely is one of those words. Definitely, it's like so hard to spell. No matter how many times you spell it, it's wrong. Well, I suppose you'd say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to say its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Phoenix, right?
I guess. I don't know. Well, no, because he wouldn't have caused the cable to break.
The more you say and write a word is easy. The more you say and write a word is easy. It is the word easy to use it. Oh, okay.
I mean, and again, I don't know where the hell you are.
I asked you because you're right. You think my writing involves the word medicine? Again, you think my writing involves the word medicine? I don't think any of my characters go see a doctor in the stories.
Who or what is that caused the cable to break? Present yes.
Okay.
I guess.
I want to say it was Phoenix. Phoenix or Tongue. I just didn't know which one it would be. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. Yeah, never know. No, I don't use the word medicine a lot, so... The defendant's testimony. Yes. He said after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened around 3, correct? Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that the lab equipment's lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in the Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. The only... yeah, I don't know. I mean, someone gets shoved into the water. One of my stories, but it's just a shallow pond. Oh hey, you're lucky I have fruit out. Yes, the prosecution has also come to the same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swell to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim was banged into a pole. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. And the impact caused the old cable to break. Well, that makes sense, and the victim was electrocuted. No? Ah. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it still doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground. What? In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. A cryptid? A cryptid is, what the technical term is for Bigfoot. Well, actually, not even Bigfoot. But a cryptid is just...
hard to find.
Yeah, it's kind of what they classify a creature that's hard...
Think exists and they...
Yeah, it's kind of like... Yeah, like, the jackalope. Or is that still... Or has that proven to be real? But, like...
like Bigfoot is a cryptid.
Yeah, Bigfoot's a cryptid. Like, people have seen Bigfoot, people know Bigfoot's out there, but there's not enough scientific proof to put out there, oh, hey, Bigfoot's real. Tell you about anything. What are you... It's cryptozoology. Cryptids like Bigfoot's a cryptid. No.
An animal, such as Sasquatch, is a Loch Ness monster that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, Nessie's one.
Cryptids don't have to be supernatural, mythical, or even all that strange, though many popular creatures acquire these characteristics as legends grow. Okay.
It's a creature it's a creature people claim to exist, but there's no proof.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell you about anything. Yeah, she was Googling the actual definition.
But that's essentially what I said. Cryptid is a creature that...
But that's what I was saying, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you about anything. I could tell you about one of my favorite cryptids.
What's one of your favorite cryptids?
Pope-like bastard.
Pope-like monster.
So there is a lovely bastard of a cryptid called the Pope-like monster. Also, Galaxy redeemed the secrets of you and me.
Yay.
So, there is a lovely creature out there called the Pope-like monster. Pope-like bastard. Again, real bastard. He's out in, Kentucky? Right? The Pope-like monster's in Kentucky?
Is he okay?
Anyways, I'll actually go into the camera. So yeah, that's the Pope-like monster. He's a real piece of work. He's out in Kentucky, and people don't know where he came from. There's theories, and you have like a few theories as to what he is, like where he came from. But he's a real bastard because how he kills people. But it's kind of like a siren. No, he kills people by luring them up to a train trestle and lets them get hit by a train. So, the Pope-like monster, I'll type it in chat for you. Anyways, so like a siren call, he'll call out to you to come and look for him, and if you go to the Pope-like trestle, and you have to climb up the trestle, and as you climb, the space between the bars to get up there gets lower and lower, because you're not supposed to climb it. A lot of people actually die from this, because they'll climb up top, and you'll get out of the trance as soon as the train's coming. You'll see the trees light up, and that's when the train is coming, and that's how a lot of people die. And yeah, you can chalk it up to the fact that they're dying because of, their own stupidity. But I mean, people go there. I mean, but he lures you up to the train trestle to kill you. And the theories of him, like, some people think he was a goat herder that sacrificed. Where did I leave off when you had to restart the stream? Order in the court. Alright, Lamentations of my enemy. The Lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way... Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something? The Madame Attorney's explanation, she said some things that are a little different than I remember. What? What the... Please, just once more. May I testify one last time, please, Mr. Judge? Of course it's alright. Just go ahead and give me your new testimony. This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. So, the Pope-like monster, he lives by the train trestle, which is like this big, like, kind of, it's like a beam that supports the train. What? Oh, fun! So he lives on top of the train trestle, but he'll call out to you like a siren would call a sailor. And it's like you're being called to go up and go see what's calling you, and a lot of people want to go see the Pope-like monster. But unfortunately, when you climb up the train trestle, a lot of the times it's too late for you, because by the time you get up there, you see the trees light up in the distance, and then the train coming and, killing you. Or, actually, no, the train doesn't kill you. It's you jumping off trying to get away from the train that kills you. But I wouldn't recommend going there. He's a bastard. Don't let him take your life. I heard that chuckle. Actually, if you want to see someone explain it more in detail, and this girl was talking about how her brother died from the Pope-like monster, it's Monsters and Mysteries in America. I believe it's the Ozark episode, and it talks about the Pope-like monster. And I think the Rougarou as well. The Rougarou is awesome. The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time it was into the electrical pole, and when the cable broke, then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up with him and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it's all occurred in less than a minute. So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that's when the defendant tried pushing him for the second time. Yeah, some people have come back, but they're never the same. Those who come back those who have come back said they saw two-headed deers and burning fires and all. Oh, fun! Sign me up to not go there ever! And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I have to tell the truth. I'm doing the right thing, and am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed to cross-examine. Miss Hawthorne, previously testifying, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment when he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court. I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge. Yes. Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't. Oh. Preacher. It was just a little old white lie. No, we'll forget it this time, but please be careful. Please be more careful. Alright? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge. Not at all. Oh. The judge just better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that bitch. God trophy! The first time, okay. What do I need to press?
Cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted while we're breaking less than a minute. Is that the crime photo 2 to that statement? Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
Alright, stretched. Hydrating. Of course, hydrating with the best honeybee.
Okay, cleaning question twice, so one more page here. Okay. Present crime photo 2 to the statement of cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted. All occurred in less than a minute.
Okay. Crime photo 2?
Crime photo 2.
Objection, bitch! As you can tell, I'm really a huge fan. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this photo? Oh, that medicine. That's the one that Feeny likes to take for his cold. Not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the bleh, bleh, bleh. It's the wristwatch. It stopped working the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay? Were you too enamored by her beauty to hear what she said? Or am I the only one that's looking past her pretty-ass bullshit? Miss Fay, no swearing in court, especially towards this lovely young girl over here.
Yeah. I'll give you another one.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Smoke another joint, dude. Smoke another one, Judge.
Hey, J Smart, what's up? Nope, just hanging out, doing some voices.
Smoke another one.
Just questioning the judge. My point is, what time was it when the lab suffered the power outage? Oh, whoa. A lot of text just popped up. Anyways, I'll read it in a moment. What time was it when the lab suffered the power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Yeah. I have found the haunted forest in New Jersey, one I didn't hear of.
Pine Barrens? No, that's where the Jersey Devil lives.
Oh, really?
Pine Barrens? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's cool. But
yes,
it's been good.
We joked about because we said Josh Gates or somebody went there. They went to the Pine Barrens to go.
He just
look for
copied and pasted
Sasquatch.
it.
But I said, wouldn't it be funny if they came across the Jersey Devil instead?
Yeah, no, I know the Jersey Devil was born, but yes. But no, it has been good, J Smart. How's your day been? Starting this amazing game, and we watched Doctor Who. We're almost done with season 1. Such a good show. I love the first Doctor. He's an amazing Doctor. So funny.
Okay.
He is, though.
I like him.
It's a shame he only had 1 season of him, though. I would have loved to see more of him, but
What somebody said, wasn't it that he might be coming back or something?
he might be doing like an audiobook thing.
Oh, okay.
But he might be coming back, yeah.
Oh.
No, I think he might. But I also love David Tennant, so it's such a great show. I love 9 and 10. 9 though is my favorite Doctor by far. I haven't watched the show since actually I kind of stopped watching the show in Capaldi. I didn't watch the new season with Jodie Whittaker. But that's because
you didn't really watch it with Matt Smith though either, did you?
I didn't like Amy and Rory. I think I may have watched it, but I think I skipped through. I couldn't stand them.
Okay.
I didn't like the hiring practice for Jodie Whittaker, so I didn't just watch that season.
I mean, I know I saw a couple of episodes with Capaldi. I know I saw a couple of episodes with Smith. But the one that I probably have seen the most episodes is Eccleston.
It's probably a tie between Eccleston and David Tennant. Actually, here, perfect.
I saw the
Secrets
first
of
one
Me.
with David Tennant.
Yeah.
Because he had to do... His hand didn't regenerate.
Yeah, he regenerated
himself to regenerate again.
He regenerated into the end. Yeah, I guess here, there's a Secret of Me. We'll do Doctor Who. I'll do 2 ones. My favorite Doctor is Eccleston. He was the first Doctor I fully watched, and I loved his charisma. I loved him, and I loved his character. I also can't stand Amy and Rory. That's why I did not like Matt Smith. I didn't like Matt Smith Doctor because of that. I liked Matt Smith as a Doctor. I couldn't stand Amy and Rory. No, we haven't. I keep saying I'm gonna message my friend who has like a couple PS5s, one for him and one for his wife. Like, hey, can I borrow one of your PS5s for like a month just so I can play the game? Just want to play the game, that's all. No, my mom has just us to do the secrets of her. Alright. Galaxy's waiting. I think he's waiting till they're more mass-produced. And okay. The heavily forested Pine Barrens spans over 1 million acres in 7 countries and counties. New Jersey. The area thrived during the colonial era, host to sawmills, paper mills, and other industries. People eventually abandoned the mills and surrounding villages when coal was discovered to the west of Pennsylvania, leaving behind a ghost town and some say were supernatural wonders. The most popular Pine Barrens resident is without a doubt the Jersey Devil. According to legend, the creature was born. Yeah, with the Jersey Devil, I think the Jersey Devil was the third. This woman had either given birth 13 times or this was her 13th child. Oh, you are looking for one? Okay, I wasn't sure if you... Oh, no, never mind. No, now I know why you're saying yes, I am. Ignore me. Okay, yeah, I think the woman had given birth to her 13th child, and the 13th child was the Jersey Devil. Yeah, I'm not putting on the last armor, but that's for sure, because I don't like the armor that covers the face, but yes, we will be streaming it. I've come to the conclusion I don't know if I'm going to upload Twilight Princess to YouTube. I still have to debate on that, but with Rift Apart, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing with Twilight Princess. Every 2 hours, I want to end the stream so I can upload it to YouTube, so I'm not, we're not doing, a 10-hour stream of, uploading a 10-hour stream of Rift Apart to YouTube.
We're probably going to play it for 10 hours? No, sorry.
Oh no, we're probably gonna like rush through the game. We'll play it all in one sitting.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, we could play it for good.
Oh, once we get Rift Apart, all games are halting, and we're gonna be focusing on that. I mean, like, right now we're juggling between Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, now Trials and Tribulations. We're gonna be doing Skyward Sword when it comes out. We'll probably mess around with it. I think I'm gonna put Breath of the Wild on the back burner, though, and then we'll finish that later on. But unless she wants to stream it. But I wouldn't recommend going there, Galaxy. Oh, okay. That I'll like? You have me intrigued. Okay. But point being, is that we will be streaming it. We'll probably cut it off every 2 hours so I can get my genuine reaction on YouTube, and that's what we're gonna do.
Genuine reactions.
I've been seeing stuff on you. Actually, not anymore. Right now, what's on my YouTube homepage is a lot of Phoenix Wright. Now a lot of Sly Cooper, because I was showing Lance some of the Sly Cooper villains. The Grizz, El Jefe, and Toothpick. And it's that, and a couple other things that aren't stream appropriate. Even still, I like seeing facial reactions during other things. So I just don't like the armor. I think it's kind of ugly. That's just me, though. I can see why people like it, because people think it looks badass. I just think it looks stupid. What? I am glad you're liking it, though. The armor that covers his face.
What?
The armor that covers Ratchet and now Rivet's face.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand it, but that's just me.
Yeah, he's got too many facial expressions.
So, one of those things. I know nowadays they have, the cutscenes are separate, but it's no. I just don't like the armor. But I only get the armor so I have better stuff. But I refuse to buy those last few things of armor. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during that time of the interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Order in this goddamn court!
The real murderer?
This is nonsense. The real murder?
Murderer.
Even if you can't deny the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution, are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who are you saying could have done it? There's only one person that could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer? Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict? Oh, indict, sorry. Indict someone as the real killer. If you want to try the controller, play Astro's Playroom first. It's great for that and the game. I've heard it's a fun game.
What?
Astro's Playroom. I know Astro's Playroom actually has a lot of references to different games. Yep, that's my plan. I have been playing with the dual since my PS4 Pro and the haptic. Yeah. Haphazard feedback rules. I can't use the adaptive triggers. But I don't use my DualShock. Oh, PS4.
Okay, the last thing you presented was the crime scene photo 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're gonna present Dahlia's.
I had a feeling. And it brings me great joy to do so. But, again. Thank you! Someone who agrees, even though I haven't played them, but that's a different story. It's finally time This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready. Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer? It brings me great pleasure to bring this bitch down. It can only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How could you? J Smart, the minute I get my PS5, one of the first things I'm doing besides downloading Rift Apart is I'm turning off the haphazard feedback stuff. The defense is grasping straws. I plan on doing so. But I don't like vibration, and I guess I don't want to be that immersed into the game. That just doesn't interest me. I just get immersed with the story. So the controller just kind of does nothing for me. "10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you listening to some music while you were cheering on both of them as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you. Order! Order! For the love of Christ! Miss Faye, what I mean is why? Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your own hands. Ah! Oh, the butterfly. How could you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything. What? Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm sure, because I mean, the way you describe it, it makes you work for it. Hey, at least your fingers are gonna work out with using the haphazard feedback. Your Honor, please, I have to say something. You, what is it? Please strike everything the defense has said from the just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do anything like that. Mr. Wright, go back to your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone. That boy. He's gotten himself way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report from the incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Great for workouts. You better take a look at it. It details how you lost your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. I'm still probably gonna turn it off. I know they said you need to keep the vibration on the controllers on for Subnautica, but I use the with below zero, but with the vibrations don't help me, basically. Also, the vibrations are off because when our dog was with us, we if it was on the table, you'd hear the vibrations. Or actually, I think the vibrations on this controller. Maybe on my account the vibrations on. I don't know, but the point is, the vibration, we had to turn it off because my dog hated it.
She was scared of it.
Yeah. That's that just kind of doesn't appeal to me personally. I'm sure it hurts. I'm sure there's like a something on there. Oh. The defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Very, very well, Your Honor. May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Bullshit. Go right ahead. Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Miss Phoenix Wright. I will say, his objection voice does not suit him, but that's okay. I told you should let me handle this. Sorry, please, go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try and frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. I believe this girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. I know, it's the necklace. The answer lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement of the cafeteria of this building, and then on the same day the two of them accidentally meet? Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? What about? About the events of the day that she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason. Very well, then. The court grants the defense requests. Young lady, would you mind staying on just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Oh, get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia bitchface. Just adding my own interjection words here.
I see.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse, in this very courthouse basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. For what reason? We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Phoenix, you're annoying in this trial. Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court. And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Okay.
I'm assuming
we were destined to meet in this very courthouse. You wanna press Dahlia on that statement? We were destined to meet.
the courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was planning to become a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. You're a literature student. What would you be doing in the courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our own murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case. I must have to remember the judges on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to the courthouse to do some research on the paper I was reading. And then the police report you said? Yo, bitch! Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because you were... Okay. You weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of this that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in the incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, that's who texted me. Okay. Sorry, my phone's not near me. I saw it go off. I'm like, who texted me? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eyes, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal case just 8 months ago. Order! Order! For God's sake, order! This is unbelievable. It's true. It's true that the loveliest girls can... Miss Faye, that's not fair. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true about that. 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest in you, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth.
Sure.
I got a new app that works better with the haphazard triggers, and I wanted to show you the adapter. Oh! I'm sure you are in great pain with that. Again, I have no doubt that that's a workout. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay. I've tied the two crimes together. Now I just have to stay on the offense. Well done, Mia. Ooh. You've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. I met with the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was liquid poison. That is a lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get that poison. Get a poison like that. So that happened here 8 months ago. However, you've heard from the witness's testimony that she had nothing to do with it. So the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeves today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of the cross-examination. Okay. Spirit or what? What? Why does the defense feel stronger? Mia, you're glowing. You're glowing with the true Laura's aura, my dear. That proud posture and the self-confidence. Absolutely smashing. The poisoning. Okay. What am I pressing on?
You're going to present those swallow to the statement. So you see I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that.
Oh, so you have to reveal the secret. Doug swallow. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? After all, you're at your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Dahlia Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Doug Swallow was a pharmacology student at the Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could have never obtained such a special poison, such a rare poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you have access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting with him, sitting at his very table. You. No! Order! 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 Could it be? Oh, sorry. That was me. May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry such a liquid, you would need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Yeah. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw a poison container away, then I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that one. Provide some evidence, or I will disallow, I'll have to disallow this kind of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless you can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse a young lady of committing murder, then where is the container of the poison? Okay. What happened to it? You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone who had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who was this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was the witness accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. But that's... That's a charming little necklace. Of course, is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? Does this mean Miss Faye? What does this mean, Miss Faye? The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave her client a present. All for the purpose of hiding one piece of evidence that would give her away. What? Are you saying that there's a deadly poison in there? No, there's no longer a deadly poison in the bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Why? Order! Order in the court! I want to throttle you too!
Phoenix, you're an ass.
You are a stupid idiot in love with a
young and stupid and in love. He's got the love goggles on. Blinders.
Okay, yeah, that's a great excuse, but
He's got the love goggles on. I can't believe she'd do this to me. I love her so much.
On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought you told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? And I'm not trying to be rude. Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you. No, so I don't know if it's Japanese, but Asian culture, if ever you're sick, they put a mask on until they're not sick. So he just has a cold. It's funny, the first time you see him in the anime too, they do like a special episode, dedicated to, I think it's the Promise Turnabout, but shows Mile, Larry, and Phoenix when they're all kids. He's sick in school and he has a mask on. It's like every time you see young Phoenix, like almost every time he has a mask on. I'm very sure it's a running gag at that point, but hey. Dahlia Hawthorne was not, and is not madly in love with you. Also, you need to keep in mind, Galaxy, that Trials and Tribulations came out in 2005, 2006 on the DS. This got ported over in 2019. I think. Yeah, that's when I got it, 2019. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not COVID. It's just he's has a cold, and until his cold's gone, he's wearing a mask. It's a courtesy thing with Asia. I want to say it's Asian culture. I could be wrong. Have you thought of a secret to tell everyone?
No, I forgot.
Well, you might want to come up with a secret. I know. I used a Doctor Who as one, so. The only thing she's after is the bottle necklace that you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Just a cold, Galaxy. Back there, I'm in the waiting room. You said it yourself. Also, if it was COVID, he wouldn't be in the courtroom. But enough COVID talk, because that's just not something I want to talk about on the stream. Well, no, everyone hears about it every day. This is a place where we don't talk about it. But no, it's just a cold. He uses cold killer ice to get rid of his colds. Yeah, we already heard that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. Here, you're at the defendant. He's getting away. Bailiff, hurry. Oh. Who was the mysterious voice? That is a gift that Dahlia made him. Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? It looks like the bailiff caught him, so we should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no! What is it? The bottle! Necklace! Miss Hawthorne's present! It's gone! What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. The only thing that could have saved him. What in the blazes are we supposed to do now? No, Dahlia made it for him. I don't know if it goes into it. Mr. Wright, that sort of behavior is unprecedented. Is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it.
Okay.
You what? You ate it? It was too big for me to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah, what the what? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The ball you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. Hello, Earthbot? Is that your name? Is that how you say it? How's your day going? It seems that the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant's still very much alive. Oh, I'm doing good. Just hanging out, really. Nothing really, you know. Just hanging out. Asmir's Phoenix, right? Different from one. Oh yeah, this was the young. This is a young Phoenix. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you found me entertaining. How did you find this stream exactly? Did the judge? The judge is still outright stupid. And the fact that the bitch Dahlia Hawthorne is around, I mean, she does that with every guy though, so that's not surprising. But the fact that the judge is still stupid. As for the poison, it's more like fledgling. It's more like a fledgling defense attorney is overactive imagination. Have you played this game before, Earthbot? It would seem. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left inside it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, fair enough.
A different stream or you came up? So you're different.
Okay. Oh, okay. There's more Bigfoot. Well, I know there's like life of a Bigfoot. Check him out. He's awesome.
True.
I know there's a couple. I know there's a couple Bigfoot streamers. So I'm Baby Bigfoot. This is my moderator, Mama Bigfoot. Lanto Bigfoot's not here. He's a guest star. Thank you for following, Earthbot.
We're trying to have as much fun as we can.
Yeah. Well, okay. The thing is, though, right now, Phoenix is, like my mom said, he has the love goggles on. He has the hard eyes for Dahlia Hawthorne. And for why, I can't imagine.
This is so sweet and innocent.
Earthbot says,
and, you know,
so pure and pretty and, ugh, throwing up in my mouth.
Gag me with a spoon. Yes, exactly.
Earthbot says, what up, Mama? Says, what up,
How
Mama
you doing,
Bigfoot?
Earthbot?
Okay, so. Oh, God. Oh, I'm not gonna like voicing her. Well, she comes up in a different case, in another flashback case. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either way, either that or the poison must have lost its potency. I love rainbow fish. There, it's alright, rookie. I keep saying this, but I want to throttle him. He's a bitch. He's the worst prosecutor I've gone up against. And I've gone up against the likes of Manfred von Karma.
Yeah, that is where my honkadook is. Because I'm very cocky and overconfident and I'm gonna win this case.
I am sure he blocks. I'm sure there's a few reasons he blocks it out of his memory. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see you've placed so much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's not how it is for us Christ. That's not how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. You are a stupid man, Payne. Anyways.
Say that to him anyway?
She said that Mia said that in her head about the judge.
Yeah, but doesn't she... Go on.
I don't know. Which is why I can state your...
things and getting confused, so don't mind me.
It's just a pompadour hairstyle. That's my donations. See? It's his pompadour, he's just playing with it. Oh, now you're not gonna play with it, fine. Jeez. Okay. Which is why I can state your assessment of her is completely wrong.
Why are you so sure about that?
I know. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? They may be impossible for that may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in the court of law, evidence is everything. You can say Old Man Elvis. And actually, a lot of the names in this games are puns. For instance, Payne. His full name is Winston Payne. Winston Payne. Will Powers. There's actually rewind. Jackhammer. Turner Gray. This whole game is funny. We're on the third game, so if you have any confusion, let me know as we go with that. What? Even after I provided so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Mr. Wright. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. I totally slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. Okay, well, for instance, Mia Faye's dead. She died in the first game. After a very lovely man of Mr. Red White of Blue Corp, as I like to call Captain Quark of Megacorp, he killed her for, she had a list of names that would really seriously dent him. Would dent him and put him in jail, but he killed her before that could happen. And so she's dead. This is a flashback trial.
It happened 5 years ago.
5 years ago from the current time.
This is her second trial.
Yes, sorry. Yes, this is her second trial.
Her second trial, because she had her first trial a year prior to this one.
That first trial was a mess. But
and she didn't want to step foot in the courtroom again.
Do you blame her after that one? I wouldn't want to step foot in the courtroom again if that happened to me. Granted,
no.
That's just me. You will see what happens to her in her first trial when we get to it. But I don't blame her for not wanting to step in a courtroom again. I'm really sorry. I know you believe in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? The day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, okay, we've already seen this a million times. Basically, they're talking about Dahlia. To clear any confusion. Because Doug knows the truth about Dahlia. He was born in Phoenix. Last night, someone stole some poison. Okay. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that day too. It could only have been her. The girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dolly has stole the poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put it together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believe Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before. Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. If you're certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last... Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she so desperately wanted to get back. Therefore...
There you go.
Basically, she's a great girlfriend. There's only one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. That one person was... And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous! After all, Doug... It was Doug... Doug?
What? Oh, that's the new name?
Yeah! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered! Well... It's true that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else it could have been. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
No,
Poor Mr. Wright. Supposed to be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. I said it before. The only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to the incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of an attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No.
It can't be. My poor sweet Dahlia. The love of my life.
It was a...
You couldn't do that to me.
Oh.
Sorry.
I know. And it was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, this tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve the piece of evidence. That can't be true!
Yeah, it's true.
Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I mean, yeah. This is why I don't trust women. Because of bitches like her.
That's nice.
Say what you will, women are more conniving.
You can be.
Women... What is it? Men fall in love... It takes men... I think it takes men a matter of seconds to fall in love. But I think it takes women a matter of minutes to fall in love. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Or it's... Men can fall in love in a couple days. Basically, long story short, it takes women a lot longer to fall in love with somebody.
It takes women a lot longer? Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure Case is very... It was like something I saw, I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was like a psychology fact, but... When I had TikTok.
When you had TikTok, you got rid of TikTok?
I got rid of TikTok because I didn't like endlessly scrolling through it. I mean, granted, TikTok has its pros and its pros and its cons. Oh, I've always felt that way about women. That's why I like having more guy friends than girlfriends. But no, well, I hate to say it, but with men, you kind of know what you're getting. Women, they hide shit. Actually, I wouldn't say not many. I mean, I think there's a small portion, but usually that portion is less out of like tricky, deceiving ones. But yeah, no, I think I saw it when I had it. It was just a bunch of random psychology facts. It was like men fall in love faster than women.
Random psychology facts.
Yeah. You need to find the right one. Yeah, no, I don't trust women in the slightest. We'll go ahead. Women are I've known people. Women are bitches. And I say that as one. Anyways, I even told you time and time again to keep your mouth shut about me and that stupid necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne, it appears we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. Yeah, you need just to find the right one. But that takes time. And actually, true love comes at the most unexpected of times. And I mean, like, your true love's gonna come out of the blue, but a love that you deserve and that you will cherish will come out of the blue.
Not gonna just come knocking at your door.
No, it's gonna come when you least expect it. Like, you're going through a tough time, like you lose a family member or something, and you're not looking to date. That's when they're gonna show up. And what is it that they also say? That there's like people fall in love 3 times. One is their first love, one is the love that they don't want, and the last one is the love that they will cherish forever. Like, that's like their...
Something like that.
Yeah. Since I have a good heart and I'm innocent, I'm easy
That's
to
the way to get lost. So,
apparently mine's
he refuses to read the map.
Apparently mine's with you somewhere. They're road tripping together. I won't find the right...
What it is, they're road tripping together.
I will just focus on my dreams and future, not... Well, yeah, if you focus on other things, the one you love will come. Eventually, Galaxy. That's what it comes down to. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge. With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask that nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep pushing without any evidence, you'll pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No! You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray. Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather not lose my attorney's badge, and then I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible! You can't possibly! But that's what's gonna happen, Galaxy. The love of your life will come eventually when you least expect it. Stupid woman! It is the opinion of the court that has already had. It is the opinion of the court that has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow you one piece of evidence.
One piece of evidence
To be presented. Just one? If you're unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid it will be a very hard I'm afraid that a very hard verdict will be immediately handed down on Mr. Wright.
In other words,
I understand, Your Honor.
Guilty.
I can just imagine the headlines in tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She's planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Well, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show us the court. Yeah, I knew that. It's called Killer X, right? Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine? Does the rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it has been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bowel during lunch. I always eat with Dolly. It's just the two of us. She was the one who took the bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, who was holding the medicine. It would look like I would like the court to recall the crime that happened 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Huh? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace. Which is why then she gave it to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That game seemed long. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. Then, when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared with her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan of murder for Phoenix Wright. I believe she did testify something about going to meet the defendant. Yes, and she had heard or saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime. Oh, really? Including the defendant and the victim were arguing about that. Okay, sorry, I was reading that wrong. The defendant and the victim were arguing about the cut electrical cable. She then used a severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Phoenix Wright, who she had thought had left the scene of the crime, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was put in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying a bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it in this case. In this case, Doug Swallow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Hey, Day, thanks for the lurk. Thank you, Galaxy. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes?
You know.
That's exactly right. This is just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, that's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright, that necklace of yours, right? Maybe it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some medicine right now. Mia Fey? Mia Fey? Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. And you and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Nightingale.
Oh, hey! Thank you for stopping by. Check out Nightingale. It's a streamer currently playing Pokemon. Check him out though.
Okay.
I'll see you later too, okay? Huh? Why, yes? I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Okay.
It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support this outrageous claim. But even so, the witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care, I'm Winston Payne. I don't believe one word that rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There, it's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust this witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. So here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show the rookie how it's done. How much trust do you have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
Nope. Beautiful air.
Airbenders!
They all seem to be airbenders, jeez.
I know.
Especially in the show.
In the show, they're definite airbenders. And I love how it's like there's certain times where where Phoenix and Miles were going at it, and Miles just like bracing for impact because he knows it's coming. Mr. Payne? About Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, Your Honor. I'll file the papers on her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong, dumbass! By the way, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me? Or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not, it has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne? This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like I'm losing to my daughter. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly! Achoo! Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
What you do? Yay!
The court is adjourned. Oh, did you want to read that?
Court is adjourned. It's about damn time.
Especially for Mia.
Especially for the judge.
Mia, you are wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them? Yeah, that's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship with a mutual trust? What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with our client? Perhaps as we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations! Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on? My dolly, the dolly that I saw on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said any of those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best. Yeah. Also, you need to relax a bit more and try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Larry? Larry Butts? Miles grew up too fast. Alright, now I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But... Speaking of Miles, there's a friend of mine who I desperately want to help, and if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Same as Faye. A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. What? It doesn't go into it? Oh, that sucks. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. Let me get passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings back some very precious ones. The memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now, but even so, I can still hear her in my mind. You also see her every case, because, you know, someone channels her! Phoenix, no matter what, you'll always believe in your client. In the court of law, the greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that made me think back to those words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day. Oh, I didn't go into it, damn.
Okay.
I thought it would.
I'll be curious to find out.
Yay! Godot! Sorry. I'll compose myself now.
I wonder if they will go into it in this one.
What?
In this one.
This is the stolen turnabout.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of a different trial.
Oh, which one's this?
This is the stolen turnabout. This is Mask to Mask. That is all I will say. The time is 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, what a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh! You said it, pal. Must have been a rock sub. Mind if just double check? Ah! We've been had! Out front! Guards, turn on the searchlights! Ha 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 ha! Better luck next time, gentle losers! Excuse me, I'm afraid I must be leaving now.
It's what's his face from the circus? What's his name?
Max Galactica?
Max Galactica, yes. He can fly.
Actually. Okay, so I saved. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to. I'll just load it up next time.
Oh.
Alright, but I'm gonna do here. We got through the trial. I thought I was gonna go into detail about something else, but I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't, but I'm guessing that was just a show thing. So, you will find out all these secrets as we proceed with the trial. Next time we stream this, my partner in crime with this game should be here, so we'll have more alternate voices. So yeah, that should be fun. And he does not know about this game. I need to explain that whole batshit crazy trial to him. Oh well, I will explain it. Actually, it's not the hard ones, but Dahlia Hawthorne is a bitch. Okay, gonna pop my links in the chat. So, if you guys are new, make sure you do hit follow. That way you get notified from when I go live. I'm a variety streamer, and you don't know what I'll be streaming. But the games we're focusing on right now are Trials and Tribulations, Phoenix Wright 3, Twilight Princess, and Twilight Princess, and then Breath of the Wild. This weekend, there's most likely there's gonna be no stream this weekend. I close tomorrow night. I open both Saturday and Sunday, basically. So, and they're long shifts. So we'll see you guys Monday. Yeah, because I'm working 8 to 4:30, and I'm working 8:30 to 5 or something. That's, so that Saturday, Sunday, respectively. So we'll see you guys Monday. I don't know what we'll be streaming. We'll figure it out then. But yes. So join my Discord, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Monday through Thursday we stream 10:30 in the morning and 9 o'clock at night. It's not directly at those times. Usually it's like a little before, a little after. Most of the time it's a little after though. But who is live that we can raid? I need to figure that out. This trial, though, you're gonna get sick of me saying this, but this trial probably has some of the best cases in the game. So, in any of the games I've played, I've only played 1 and 2. Okay. Alright, but I'm gonna send you guys to Phantom Limb Gamer, show him some love, give him a follow, and do hashtag Bigfoot Raid. He's a retro streamer. I don't know what he's streaming, I just went to go see who was live. But yeah. So yes, we'll see you guys Monday. Have a good weekend. Hopefully you guys get to sleep in. I don't get to sleep in. I get to sleep in tomorrow. Have a good night. We'll see you guys next time.